Wild lawns can be defined as the portion of a yard or land area covered with various species of mowed grass. Those patches of grass play an important role in our lives. Much of the native U.S. grasses were removed and replaced with grasses from Europe. The grass that existed before was thick, tall, and did not have the beautiful green color we all know and love today. Among the dozens or so main grasses that make up the American lawn, almost none are native to America. Paintings from the European Renaissance period of the 15th century shows turf grass within the private ornamental lawns and within the public park spaces of those days. By the 16th century, elaborate formal gardens graced the land of the elite. The villagers devoted most of the space around their homes to the production of vegetables, fruits, herbs, and holding central grassy spaces for their sheep and cows. By 1952, Abraham Levitt and his sons introduced Long Island to Levittown, their cookie-cutter suburban community with established lawns part of their home sale packages. During the same period, the demand for affordable housing skyrocketed, with the return of GIs following World War II. As these young men married and started families, the suburban home, complete with lawns, made the American dream. We didn't always have a love affair with our lawns. In fact, it wasn't until the Industrial Revolution that lawns became practical for most Americans. Lawns were seen as a luxury expense for only the wealthy who could afford groundskeepers to maintain the fine bladed plants. Not everyone wanted cattle or sheep grazing in the front yard to keep the grass at a manageable height. However, Woodrow Wilson, while occupying the White House, used sheep to keep the height of the front lawn at a reasonable height. What began as a symbol of privilege has developed into an expression of shared values and desirability. As Levittown was developing and the idea of the ideal family was being changed, people with lawns were influenced by media and the idea of dad cutting the grass and beer in hand. The lawn has become so much a part of the suburban landscape that it is difficult to see it as something that had to be invented. A lawn may be pleasing to look at, or provide the children with a place to play, or offer the family pet room to roam. It has no real productive value. The only work it does is cultural. Color translated into an opposition to dark green versus other hues and colors, especially brown. Short, neat, well-manicured lawns are good. Long, shaggy, poorly cut lawns are bad. A lawn came to signal its owner's commitment to a communitarian project. The upkeep of the grass covered the ground that linked one yard to the next. The appearance of a lawn signifies the personal values of the resident. Some people feel that a person who keeps the lawn perfectly clipped is a person who can be trusted. According to a study done by the Environmental Protection Agency, nearly 1/3 of all residential water use in the United States goes towards landscaping. As mechanical mowers enabled middle-class suburbanites to cut their own grass, this idea of eliteness was lost. With the notable arrival of herbicides, tighter control over our lawns became possible. But first, let us not fail to address the machismo culture that lies beneath the lawn care industry. As soon as lawnmowers moved from manual to mechanical, lawn care moved away from being considered a woman's job to something only men did.
Welcome to the White House. Now get mowing, kid. That really is an 11-year-old mowing the lawn in the Rose Garden under the watchful eye of President Trump.
Before herbicides, the only option to removing these unwanted pests was by hand. The new herbicides allowed gardeners to kill off plants they did not care for with a single spray.
I'm a loving husband and a real good dad, but weeds just make me rattlesnake mad. Now Roundup has a new sharpshooting wand. I'm sending them weeds to the great beyond. Roundup. Yeah. No need to pump, just point and shoot. Hit 'em in the leaves and it kills to the root. Round fences, trees, even mulched beds. 'Cause the only good weed is a weed that's dead.
The greener and purer the lawn, the more susceptible it was to new pests, leaving landowners no other choice than to combat the weeds with more chemicals. These chemicals that we douse our precious lawns with can have detrimental effects on human health, let alone the environment.
All right, agro giant Monsanto has lost a California court battle over how the company labels its popular weed killer Roundup. A Fresno County judge ruled that the active ingredient in Roundup can be included on the state's list of cancer-causing agents. Once the chemical is added to that list, Monsanto has 1 year before it'll be required to attach a warning label to Roundup's products.
Spraying this product right here on the weeds and grass will kill it with its potent chemicals.
In March of 2015, the World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer classified the herbicide glyphosate as probably carcinogenic to humans.
So think, are you willing to risk the health of you, your family, and your beloved pets to have a lawn that your neighbors approve of? Lawn care has become yet another job families have to do. Mowing your lawn has become such a nuisance that it is frequently outsourced to someone else, but we still take pride in the way it looks, without having any interaction in its maintenance. To reduce the nuisance you feel of lawn care, some alternatives to lawns can be gardens, filling your yard with native trees and wildflowers, or ungardening, which is the idea of letting your grass grow wild. The trouble with the American lawn is its estrangement from place. It is not a response to the landscape so much as an idea imposed upon it, all green, all the time, everywhere. Nowhere in the world are lawns as highly valued as in America.